I am so glad you are here. Thank you for joining me. My name is Laurel, and I am a dietitian and diabetes educator. And today we're going to talk about handling food and body comments. Comments on our food choices and on our body are so unhelpful, so frustrating, but almost guaranteed to happen at some point. So, what can we do? Well, first, let's go over why these comments are harmful. Doesn't matter if we've just started our journey to food freedom or if we've been doing this for some time. These comments can really reinforce some diet thoughts, and we've probably done a lot of work to try and get rid of these diet thoughts. But when these comments are made, it makes us second guess ourselves, second guess our choices, reinforces those diet thoughts, and sometimes that can lead to actual behavior change. So maybe we're sitting down, we've filled up our plate, and someone makes a comment on our food choices. Maybe in that moment, we don't honor our hunger and fullness and we eat less than we were planning to. Maybe later, we feel like we have to compensate for that meal. Maybe even to the extreme, it causes us to second guess and maybe start looking up new diets to follow. And these comments are just dang uncomfortable. What an uncomfortable situation to feel like there are eyes on your food and your body. So these comments can be really harmful. But why are people making these comments in the first place? Well, it's likely the people who are making these comments are struggling with their own food and body issues. They are projecting their own food and body issues onto you, and they're, likely just struggling with that. Maybe they used to have these conversations with you. So I know this was the case with myself. I used to have conversations about dieting with a lot of different people. And when I left that world, those people were still used to having those conversations with me. And so they just didn't know what else to do. I had kind of taught them that that's the way we should talk. And so retraining the people around me to know, like, hey, I don't want to join this conversation anymore. And then some people, especially when it comes to people with diabetes, everyone has advice. Everyone thinks that they know what's best. And so they're making these comments because they think they're helping. These comments are not helpful. Let me make that clear. But some people just think that they're trying to help and that they have the thing that's going to fix your life, right? So, what can we do? Well, setting boundaries is a really, really great place to kind of help with these comments. Again, some people don't know that they're harming you. They're maybe used to having these conversations with you, so kind of setting that boundary can be helpful. So here are some examples. I know I used to talk about diets and weight with you, but I've recently realized it makes me feel pretty anxious. I'm actually working on my relationship with food, so I've been eating all of the things. It's been great, and sometimes talking about diets can be draining. When you comment on my food choices, I feel frustrated because it seems like you think you know better than I do about what's best for me. And then we can do it short and sweet. My body is not up for discussion. My plate, my business. I know what's best for my body. Everyone eats differently. I am happy with my plate. Mind your own business. And sometimes setting boundaries can be exhausting. Even if we try and set the boundary and then it's not honored, or people don't quite understand what we're saying, or we just don't feel like going down that route, we can try and change the subject. I'd rather talk about something other than diets. Have you read any good books lately? Don't you feel like we always talk about diets? What are you most excited about this week? This actually makes me think of this funny show that I'm watching on Netflix. So just changing the subject, getting away from it. And then another option is just to leave the conversation and get away from it. So some different ways we can just go ahead and leave that conversation. I'm going to grab some fresh air. We are going for a walk. I forgot I need to make a phone call. I haven't said hi to Karen yet. Would you please excuse me? Let me see if Bob needs some help in the kitchen. So just kind of coming up with some way to leave the conversation and, go ahead and clear your head, gain some composure. So yes, these are some different ways that we can handle some of these food and body comments. Again, they are going to happen over time. These conversations will be easier and easier to have. These comments from other people will not have the effect that they once did, but we still need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves when they are affecting us. So I hope you found this helpful. Have a great day. Thank you.